I was the cover of the last WSJ mag, so it just made sense, and it's such an honor. I'm so happy to be here.
Hi guys, we have another video for you today. We're going to talk about Kylie Jenner, her lips, your opinion, and more. So, let's go. Are you depressed?
When people are not happy with their own lives, they'll try to pick at every little thing in yours.
The main goal with Kai is just to work with we had this idea to work with these amazing designers and collaborate and bring high fashion.
And that's just where we want to step into this topic, you guys.
My name is Lindsay Segura.
Let's start talking. Let's get into this topic. Hi, you guys. So we want to talk about something that maybe you wouldn't expect. You guys know that we tend to be a pretty group of private people in our community. Pretty quiet group of people in our own lives. But when we bring these topics and we sometimes use public figures, talk about public figures, there are those who are easily identifiable and we can center in on a topic. So Kylie Jenner has talked about how she loves full lips and they've really become part of her brand. And many women will remember maybe being ridiculed for features that they have. And now they're so adored and so admired. They've always, in many ways, been admired, but now it's openly. And maybe more and more women who grew up being ridiculed in particular areas see their very features being admired and pedestalized, and even people going to get, different procedures to look like things that they were ridiculed for growing up. Now, we love Kylie Jenner, very sweet girl. So this is not about her. This is about the idea of, have you had something in your life, whether it was a physical feature that once was made fun of and now it is just so adored and admired, and has even become a point of financial income for people, something that you received such backlash. Backlash wouldn't even be the word because you weren't even doing anything, but there was such strong criticism for a feature that you had. And now it's so admired. And you watch that kind of quietly, you watch that. But it could be full lips. It could be the shape of your body. It could be your mind. It could be, the fact that you were outspoken as a young person and maybe you weren't liked for that. But as you get older, because on this channel we talk about bullies, now as you get older, you see the power in being able to express yourself and how that can directly influence your income, because people talk about the different levels of how things are valued in society. And if you look at someone like Myron Golden, I think Myron, last name Golden, and he talks about these kind of hierarchies in terms of income. And so if you're bullied as a kid for speaking a lot in class, or for generally being outspoken or having opinions, or maybe being funny, maybe you're in class and you're kind of the funny kid, but it's looked down upon maybe by those who are in positions of authority. I mean, you always want to be appropriate in terms of your behavior, but maybe there are skills or abilities or characteristics that you had that were made fun of as a kid. And now you see it's a very vital source of your income. So when we talk about bullying, you'll know for young people who watch our show, which we have a lot, the very things that you're made fun of, and pay close attention, because the very things that you're made fun of are usually directly connected to how you will be powerful as an adult. It's something that is so hidden in many ways because of how you're treated for it, that you couldn't imagine that this is like a major source of your income as an adult, whether it's an element of your beauty, and we're all beautiful in different ways, your shape, your mind, your ability to express yourself, sometimes even just, being a loner. These things are there. There's a YouTube person who talked about, and I don't have his name right now. Maybe if you guys comment in the comments, we'll put it in, look for it. But who talks about how he was a loner as a kid. And now he's a very powerful YouTuber with multiple streams of income who leads others. And so part of that being a loner, and maybe he even felt like an outcast, now this is part of how he sustains himself financially. So those things that you're going through or that you went through, or even as an adult, look at the things that you're going through. Look at the things that are difficult for you. Even if you think it's something that's really embarrassing, and sometimes you don't even want to get out of bed, it's so embarrassing. Look at it very closely. It's usually tied somehow to your breakthrough, your breakout, your financial success, and your ability to impact the world. Because I do think when you're doing what you're blessed to do, it's linked with your financial success. And we here are always learning, but look at it. So if you are being bullied, or if there is something that makes you feel so discouraged, in silence, be quiet, sit back, and really look at what that is, and take a close look at it. Because if it's bringing you that kind of distress, this is something that Myron Golden also talks about. Basically, I'm paraphrasing, but basically the equal and opposite reaction. If there was a time in his life where he was so poor, and now he's so wealthy, so it's this idea that if you're in a very bad situation, somehow there exists the opposite for you. There are all things to think about, all things to consider, but just know that just like Kylie Jenner and, bringing full lips, big lips into, part of bringing it into the forefront, which of course we believe Naomi Campbell was the one that really brought it into modern times, but Kylie Jenner being a facet of that in terms of her being so explicit
about how she felt about her lips.
It really is something to look at in terms of something you're made fun of, but you actually become famous for, whether it's in your own personal life or across the world.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm honored, and let's make some more clothes. GoKai.com.
So you guys, thank you so much for watching. So what do you think? We are, by the way, don't forget to like, to comment, to subscribe. We love hearing from you. And we were talking about last time the idea that, we're surprised because we weren't getting likes on the videos, we weren't getting the comments, and we were talking about the idea of, are there people that watch you, but they don't really want to see you succeed? And we know that our core audience wants us to succeed. So I know it's nothing for you to just leave a like or a comment and show that you love us and you support us, because we love you. But have you had that experience? That was another conversation. Have you had that experience where somebody would say that they care about you, or but then they're not doing the things that say that they care? That's another conversation. And what do you think about today's topic? This idea of big lips, full lips, something that, at something in your life someone wants to ridicule, but then it's like the truth comes out. They actually love this feature and they want to have this feature themselves. And it could be your lips, it could be your shape, it could be your hair texture, it can be the way you think, it could be the way you connect with people, it could be the way you're outspoken, it could be the way that somebody expects you to be more science and math oriented, but you're more humanities oriented, or someone expects you to just be good at English and history, not just, but to be good at English and history, but you're more mathematically and scientifically inclined, and they don't want to let you be, or, being ridiculed for something as a kid that turns out to be your intellectual pursuit, that turns out to be the way that a large part of the way that you impact the world. Tell us what your thoughts are. We always believe you should look to heaven for your strength in everything. We want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts? We love you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.